folks, welcome aboard. I'm Don. This is Rockin' a Country. Welcome back if you've been here before. Most of you have. I am doing a band that I've never done before. I hadn't even heard of them. The Trishas. You saw the title, right? Drive is the name of the song, and it's a gift request by Nathan James. So Nathan, thank you for this gift. Shout out to you. Let's just get into this. I'm curious. I always listen to songs of band that I hadn't heard before for like 3 seconds just to get a sense that it fits the channel's theme. And what I listened to for the first 3 or 5 seconds did. So let's jump right into this. Here we go. I don't know anything about these ladies. There's a lot going on in here. First off, Memphis is the home of the blues, and she's on her way to Memphis looking for a lighter shade of blue. I like that little linguistic fun. The depiction of that moment where you let go. Who can even describe it? I mean, it's sort of a fixed in time when you decide you're letting go of a relationship. It's kind of like the transition from having angst about it to being peaceful about it. That's sort of where it is. And she said somewhere between, because it's tough to describe or define or identify the exact time, but there's a lot going on in here.
Well, somewhere between Hope and Amarillo, I found myself thinking of you.
Uh-oh, the heart opened up again.
Now I'm coming down like the rain on my window. Just one more storm, I'll pass through.
Nice.
So
The way it works.
I'll drive where you can't find me, where those old winds don't call out your name.
I like the fiddle.
I don't see your face in the cold light of dawn. I'll hold steady down this road I'm on.
Uh-oh. There's the blue. This is unique. I like it. Fusion.
Somewhere between the desert and the ocean, I finally forgot about you. I ran out of road and love and devotion. I'm looking at a lighter shade of blue.
Found it.
I'll drive where you can't find me, where those old winds don't call out your name, where I don't see your face in the cold light of dawn.
the way that was mixed. Well, that was a fusion. I don't know where they're from. I don't know who all is in the band. I don't do research. I react, and I want to know as little as possible so I can experience things without having prejudices or biases or being led into a certain way of thinking about anything. And the first thing that stands out in this to me, and there were a number of things actually that were competing for my attention of the first thing, but was the wordsmith that put the lyrics together in this. That wasn't lightweight stuff. At some point I had the thought that I think the lyricist in this, if there was just one, whoever the primary lyricist, the inspirationist is, or whatever you want to call it, might enjoy Mary Oliver, the poet, because her poems are about nature and they just are brilliant. But the lead vocalist in this, the thought also struck me during this that she's a born performer. And I don't mean that in any pejorative way. I mean, whether people acquire fame or not is completely irrelevant in respect of the art. Who can explain why one song becomes a hit and another one just languishes elsewhere? But it just struck me that as she puts her heart and soul into a song, and maybe this was her own song, so she related to it, that she just natural, just full body, like the old Dove commercials. It's 99.4% pure or something like that. That's her. The backing, when the backings were brought in, they were brought in at different levels. I don't know if they just looped in the lead vocalist a couple times. I don't think so. There was at least one moment where I sensed that they brought in a third vocalist. And it might have even been a male, but I'm not sure. It was kind of tough to detect at times because you had the harmonica being brought in and the fiddle going out and the bass was coming up. I like the bass at certain points in this too. But this was a fusion. It was like rock, red dirt, true country, bluegrassy, blues. It had everything. This was unique. So it's sort of like trying to pigeonhole the Grateful Dead. You just can't. There's just too much in it, and that was them. So I'm curious about their other stuff, Nathan. And the lyrics really captured. Well, there were mixed metaphors going in here. Obviously, you had the drive, but the drive was to set the stage for different parts of nature. And so you had the rain falling down and then she dealt with that. There was a wind, and then you had the beach, and you had the desert. Those parts, and what was his like? She'll no longer wake up with like, what was it, like his cold face in the sunlight or his face in the cold sunlight? Like those twists of senses. You generally don't conceptualize sunlight or think of it as cold, but so obviously that was meant to say even in the sunlight some other bad things were going on, things that just hurt, that didn't work, and she divested herself of her interest in the guy. It resurrected at some point, but she addressed it, and then somewhere between the desert and the ocean she wasn't looking for any longer her lighter shade of blue. She found that lighter shade of blue. I'm going to rate this song. I mean, I'm not going to rate it by traditional country standards because obviously there's red dirt, there's western, there's bluegrass, there's Cajun. I do all that stuff on the channel as long as it's non-pop. This certainly wasn't pop. The number that struck me on this was a 9.4. It was just a well-crafted instrumental song. Instrumentally, it was well-crafted. It was brilliantly done lyrically. So, Nathan, shout out to you again, my friend. That was good stuff. Maybe we'll hear from them. I don't know how popular they are. If they're uber popular, we probably won't hear from them. But in any case, whether we do or don't, I mean, I always hope the artists see it, because especially when I love them the way I did this song. So there it is. All right, guys, onward and upward. Have a great day. See you in another video. Keep rocking the country.